All right, y'all. Listen, let me be one of the first black women that was a part of the 92 or the 93% that voted for Kamala to come out and just say it. I regret voting for Kamala. I really do. I regret voting for her. Already into Trump's presidency, not even a full month, and this man has already secured borders. He's already signing bills that are taking place that are uplifting this country. Me not doing my history and really, being investigative and seeing all the things that Trump has done, and now having an eye opener and really looking at this man and seeing exactly how this man works has really put something on my heart. And I don't know what I was thinking going in there voting for Kamala in the first place. I'm glad of the results. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that Trump is in there, but me being so lost and participating into the whole Kamala run, and now taking a step back, looking at how this president here is really running things, and it hasn't even been a whole month, is something that I do think about. So, I advise people that are in the Democratic Party, myself, to do your research. Really do your research, okay? Because I can definitely say that as a black woman, a part of the 93%, I made an error. I can admit that. I can take accountability and admit that.
John, I want to start with you. You were for Obama in 2008. I know you supported Donald Trump in 2016. Can you talk a little bit about what appealed to you about President Trump?
When I started looking at the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, it kind of seemed like our government lost touch with the people. And so I felt like many that, hey, we needed a bull in the china shop. And I didn't elect President Trump or support President Trump because he had coof, because he had etiquette. No, I wanted a gangster in the daggone White House.
Here at Alligator Alcatraz, the fence keeps them in. But slip up, and you're on my plate.
Looks like breakfast is making a run for it. We got 3 hot meals trying to check out early from Alligator Alcatraz. They can splash, they can sprint, but there's no escaping Alligator Alcatraz. Caught 2. The third? Huh. The swamp's got its own way of catching runaways.
Mama was wrong. Gators don't need toothbrushes. Just an honest job making America great again.
Something that went viral this week, the sandwich thrower.
Why we can't joke about it, it was a Subway sandwich. It was, if it wasn't a law enforcement officer, if it was a Saturday Night Live skit, it'd be a great joke. But you can't put your hands on an officer. And I think for too long, especially under the last administration, law enforcement officers nationwide had to sit back and take assaults, anything from someone putting their hands on them to someone spitting on them. But now, Secretary Noem's made it clear, Attorney General Bondi's made it clear, if you harass, if you touch, if you strike an officer, then you're going to be arrested. So I think this incident definitely sends a message that it's not going to be tolerated anymore.
Most black people are not Republicans simply because we just is like, y'all racist. I can't hang out with the KKK in them.
What?
I just read Donald Trump's platinum plan for the first time. And I have to say that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm disappointed in the community. Because, for one, he was offering that plan before Joe Biden got in, and I don't know if that plan is on the table anymore. But this was my first time today actually sitting down and reading the plan. And that platinum plan is actually tangibles the black community could use. That's a better plan than any plan the Democrat Party has put out. No wonder Kanye West had a Make America Great Again hat on. No wonder so many other people were supporting that dude. Black America could have missed an opportunity that we're not going to get offered again for a very long time. until somebody is willing to give us a plan, or we demand a plan like we're supposed to be doing for our vote. Like, I'm flabbergasted at this point. Like, this is my first time reading that platinum plan. And there's no trick words in it. It's no people of color. It's no minorities. It's nothing about Latinos. He is talking strictly to Black America. Strictly to Black America. And we didn't even talk about it. We haven't even been, people been saying it was a bull plan or whatever it was. It ain't had no real teeth in it, and it had no real benefits but for Black America. But I read it myself, and it's the total opposite. He is offering real resources and real tangibles in that plan that could benefit Black America, benefit Black business owners, create Black businesses. Isn't this what we want? Expanded education, opportunity zones, all kinds of stuff. And he didn't say nothing about no other people, no minorities, no people of color, no Latinos, nothing. He was directly talking to Black America. If you give me my vote, this is what I would do for your community. And we totally disregarded it. I mean, like I said, I'm disappointed in myself because this is my first time reading it. Because I was listening to the rhetoric like, it don't mean nothing. He not trying to give us nothing. He a racist man. In actuality, I don't even know if the dude racist at this point. He might be. But I don't know if he racist. Because at the end of the day, even if he is racist, he looked at us like human beings and actually offered us something. Actually offered us something in return for our vote. We haven't been offered nothing specifically for our community since the 60s. He was specifically talking directly to us, offering tangible things that we can use to better our community. What about the young generation? What about the kids? What about the people that need trades and things like that he's offering? What about the business owners that he was offering direct help to? What about, he was talking about creating Black businesses, which is what we need. We need these tangibles, but we totally disregarded it. And then we have the Democratic Party and Kamala Harris talking about abortion, and now everything else is self-tangibles for the community, and give us Quavo and Megan Thee Stallion up there to twerk. This man took us seriously. Politicians don't take us seriously. For the most part, they send an entertainer to talk to us. A rapper, a football player, a basketball player. They gonna send somebody in entertainment that don't know nothing about politics to talk to us. This man created a real plan and we totally disregarded it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, then he went to go sit down with the national, what is it? The black, the journalists, the National Association of Black Journalists. He went down and had, these women didn't even answer no questions. They just wanted to berate the man. He literally came to sit down and have a real conversation. Why didn't y'all bring up this platinum plan again? Why didn't y'all say, for our vote, is that platinum plan still on the table? What else could you do for the Black community? Why didn't they have other demands for the Black community instead of arguing with the man? Why didn't they try to get tangibles? We had 3 women up there that wanted to berate the man and talk crazy to the man instead of asking for things that's going to benefit our community. What are you on? Is that platinum plan still on the table? What else could you do for us? What else could you do for education? What else could you do for Black business? What other funding could you give us? It don't make any sense. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone at this point. Like the Black community. I love the Black community. It's like, are we really? Do we take ourselves seriously at this point? Because I want somebody to come tell me, go read that platinum plan and tell me what's wrong with it. What is wrong with that platinum plan? Go read it and tell me what's wrong with that plan. This don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. We actually had somebody offering us tangibles and we let it go. We got to get it together. We got to get together. We got to get off that Democratic plantation. There's something going on. There's something going on in our mental. Are we scared? What's going on? Because they didn't did everything to us. What can't they do to us? They have done everything. And we survived it all. So this man coming with this plan that I just now read 4 years later, which is late. And I don't think most of y'all have read it. Because what's wrong with it? Come back and tell me what's wrong with that plan. We got to do better. And with that being said,
I don't care how many black MAGA out there with their hats. I want to be clear, when we look at who it is that he's kicking out of this country is people of color. This is a person that has a problem with people of color, period.
No. President Trump is doing a great job, better than any Republican that is modern history when it comes to black men.
The Democratic Party has done a very good job of bringing up racism a lot. And I'm going to tell you something. Byron and I aren't slaves, and nobody that's living today is a slave owner. We have moved on.
Ain't nobody stopping a black man from voting in the United States of America. It ain't happening.
And the idea that we are sitting here right now from majority white districts, the both of us, as strong black men, is supposed to tell you that we are living Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. We are literally being judged not by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. So stop that. So what's in the best interest of our families from a policy standpoint? Easy. It's the Republican Party.
And if you always do what you've always done, which is voting for Democrats, you're going to always be where you've always been. Right. More inflation and not getting ahead and wondering why things aren't working out.
MAGA just, there's nothing that I could ever say or do that would make MAGA be like, that's our girl, right? Because, like, first of all, ton of racist. So never happening, right?
Who here voted for Barack Obama? Damn near everybody. Twice. See, I'll admit, it's really funny because I'm a conservative and I was so available to be used by all of the systems that made that person president. This person was born and raised in wealth and privilege his entire life. And the idea that this person was somehow more connected to me because we share the same skin color is crazy. But I bought it.
I want to hear what your reactions are to black voters being synonymous with the Democratic Party.
We've been on the receiving end of about 50 years of an onslaught of PR. It comes from our entertainers, it comes from our ball players, it comes from our singers, it comes from the Democratic politicians who, most of which are black and empty, but are being used to sell us this idea of the Democratic Party being the home of African Americans.
No, you guys, I'm starting to feel bad that I voted for Barack Obama. I feel like he terrorized and messed up our country. When you think about it, like, I feel kind of bad I voted for him. Like, he caused like a lot of division. When you think about it, it wasn't President Trump. It was President Obama that caused all this mess, and we didn't even realize it. And now everything is coming out of all the stuff he was doing, and he's sitting up there trying to hide, sitting on the podcast with his legs crossed like he's a maga and trying to spread hate. He did it his whole presidency, allegedly. So now I'm starting to regret my vote. This is the first time I'm starting to sit back and regret my vote. Like, what have I done? I'm blaming myself because I voted for him. Oh, Lord, what y'all think?
And this week, former President Obama added his voice to the fight in a call with Texas Democrats.
When you have a democracy that has integrity, then sometimes you may lose an issue. Sometimes you may lose a vote. But you know, because it's fair, if you can persuade the people next time, then you can take the country in a better direction.
Flashback. My name is Charles Duke Tanner, and I was sentenced to a double life sentence for my first arrest for a nonviolent drug offense in 2004. I lost all my appeals, and I was denied clemency by the Obama administration. It took 16 plus years before President Trump granted my clemency and allowed me to go home in 2020. I was a part of a broken and unjust system. And now it hurts me to the core to see the same system going after a former president. This is what blacks been going through since day one. If we allow this to happen to the former president, we can only imagine what's going to happen to the rest of the country. Please stand up now if you have a voice, and let's fight against this. God bless you all. Thank you.
That's what this country stands for. That's why it's been the envy of the world. That's what we're fighting for. All right? I love y'all.
Thank you.
Safe travels home.
Oh, hell no! If you have a piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, $1/4 of $1, we passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice. Under our forfeiture statutes, the government can take everything you own. Everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction that you just got caught engaging in. They can take everything. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society. They are in jail. Away from my mother, your husband, our families. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
Communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
Obama. I'm black as hell. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm voting for Trump.
Who are you voting for?
That's a deep topic. During COVID, I worked in Texas as a FEMA nurse, and the governor, they hired nurses in to send us to hospitals when we worked for those hospitals. But during that time, I learned about investment, the monetary system, and all this crazy stuff. So I'm a crypto investor. So basically, the crypto industry has been crippled by this Joe Biden administration. When companies like LBRY, which is a beautiful blockchain that you can media on, I think got a good potential. The CEO is nice, but anyway, when they tried to form the company, the government sued them because during COVID-19, they wouldn't take down vaccine videos.
We can't talk too much about that.
I'm sorry. This YouTube, my bad.
But so,
bad.
It's safe to say you'll be voting for Donald Trump?
I'm an independent voter. Okay, I voted for Barack Obama twice. The last primary for Democrats, I went with Bernie Sanders. I'm voting for Trump this time. I'm voting for Trump, bro.
And outside of the crypto stuff, what makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, man. It's a whole list of issues. The border, you know, when you add 15 to 20 million people over here, and they all need places to stay, they all need to buy food, and you wonder why food and why housing is so much. And then they also have to buy car insurance in some states, and you wonder why the car insurance went up all of a sudden. So, I mean, when I think about my pockets, I'm going for Trump, man. I'm going for Trump. I've been voting since I was 18 years old. I voted for Barack Obama. I was with all that lovey-dovey stuff, but what really changed my political views is when I worked in Texas for 1 year. And they didn't require me to get no vaccine. I keep hearing all this bull. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's bull crap, but I keep hearing this stuff about women's rights. What about my vaccine body rights? Because when I wanted to petition my job and say, hey, look, I don't want this vaccine. What about Jesus? What about that? No, you gotta take it if you wanna work. So I'm not for that either. Don't make me get a vaccine that I don't want to get. And I work in healthcare, and when I was working in Texas, I was walking around with no mask on, living my best life. To come back here in Michigan, everything shut down. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic.
So I voted for Barack Obama in 2008. And, you know, at the time I was still serving in the Army, deploying, and, you know, it didn't take me a year to realize that he was a fraud. So I stopped supporting him. I'd start questioning other people about him and realize that we truly only voted for this man because he is a black man. And I just felt really duped because he is the first person that I voted for that I actually truly believed was the symbol of hope and change. So I'm disenfranchised at that point. 2016, I didn't vote for the same reason, just disenfranchised, not falling for it again. Trump wins, and then I just watched this man and watched the media just try to rip him apart after him being the gold standard of success in America for decades. And here we go with Kamala after 4 years of what to me was clearly a senile old man. And we got Kamala through the most undemocratic process. What an insult to the American people. No debates, no primaries. She's your candidate. Deal with it. And I've never seen somebody with such an impressive resume, but clearly and blatantly, as much as an imbecile as Biden is, a senile old man. And it's pretty incredible, the Democrat Party, how far they've fallen. It's quite the hat trick to still maintain as many supporters in that party that is becoming flaming train wreck. So, casting my early vote for Donald Trump. I'm praying for him. I'm praying for this country. And we'll see what happens. But what an amazing time to be alive. God bless Donald Trump and God bless America. Let's go and vote.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
We need to stop the raids. This should not be happening in our city. It is not warranted.
So ICE snatched up that TikTok influencer, Tatiana, the influencer that kept on doxing them, right up on her live stream. You see, when you F around, you find out. Now, the clout chaser, let's see how much clout she gets when she get back to her home country. I wish you all the success. I know how hard it is to build an audience. I know how hard it is, and that's why people got to chase clout, because they want to speed up the process. Now, they had them boots on your neck, and you crying for help. And did your clout help you? Nope. You got a one-way ticket back to your home country. So good luck.
Espérate. Espérate, me voy a dejar, pero espérate. Espérate, me voy a dejar, pero espérate. Espérate. Espérate, me voy a dejar, pero espérate. Espérate, me voy a dejar, pero espérate. Espérate, me voy.
But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
When it's time to go, you can choose how. You can wait for enforcement, or you can leave on your terms. The CBP Home app lets you self-deport with dignity, directly, and securely. Don't wait. Decide how it ends.
But we're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator, okay? If they escape prison. How to run away. Don't run in a straight line. Run like this. And you know what? Your chances go up about 1%. Okay?